Hi all, just wanted to do a quick video on a real Nokia versus a fake Nokia. Now, which one do you think is the real one and which one do you think is the fake? Yep, well, this one here is my real Nokia from back in 2000, and this is a fake that I recently purchased online. The reason I purchased it was because it was cheap and I needed a new battery for this phone, and this phone was cheap and it came with a battery. Now, if you have a look at the back, you can see that the logos don't quite look the same, so the Nokia looks quite shiny and nice on the actual real Nokia, and on the fake one, it just looks a little bit naff. And you can see here, it looks very sharp. This one looks quite naff. Now, if we go across to the front, again, you can see Nokia logo looks quite good, and this one looks pretty naff. The other sort of telltale signs are the buttons. You can see here on the real Nokia, which was issued in the Australia Pacific region, it doesn't have any special characters, which the fake one has. So we've got these special characters, which I think are of an Asian language or a Middle Eastern language. It's probably Asian. And the other telltale sign is when you open the thing up, you'll see some differences, which I'll show you shortly. So I've now opened up the Nokias, and as you can see, the original here has a very sharp looking back plate, even with the Nokia logo, and the fake over here has pretty crappy looking plastic molding. It's still okay, but it's not the best. The other telltale sign is if you look at the SIM card area, you can see on the original that it has a nice metal holder, I guess you could call it, whereas this one on the fake is, I don't know, it's probably metal, it's probably plastic, it's been painted, it's got some weird tape going on, but yeah, that's definitely fake. And also some other telltale signs are what would you call it, the barcode areas here. You can see with the fake, the sticker doesn't look quite right. It says it's made in Finland, but I highly doubt it. I would say it's probably made in China. One thing to note in the Asia Pacific market, so Australia, New Zealand, Pacific Islands, where the phones for Nokia were actually made in Korea or South Korea. And the other thing is you can see with the logos, it looks quite sharp on the original, and on the fake it just doesn't look quite as sharp. So yeah, those are the ways you can tell a fake Nokia from an original. And again, the reason I bought the fake was because it was cheap, and I wanted this battery because the original battery was, well, a little bit fat. So when you turned it around, it had a big bulge in the middle, which meant that gases and etc. had built up in the battery. And look, the phone is 23 years old now. It's 2023, so they came out in 2000, September 2000. And I mean, this phone was actually my second phone from uni, my university days, 23 plus years ago, a long time ago. But yeah, look, that's how you can tell original Nokia from fake Nokia. I mean, it's a pretty good, reproduction, but another thing is you can see there are issues with the color. So the original Nokia has a slightly lighter, it looks a bit gray in this picture, but it's actually a sort of a blue, a dark blue. And the shade is a little bit darker on the fake. So yeah, if you're looking at buying some of these retro vintage phones, just be aware this phone was actually advertised as being original, and it's not. I did leave a review to say actually it's fake. Good phone, good reproduction, but it is fake. And yeah, I'll also plug in a battery and show you the startup screens. So when you are buying one of these Nokias, make sure you get actual photos and not just the sort of generic photos that they put on the site. Get the actual photos of the actual handset you're buying, otherwise you could be spending a lot of money on a fake. So I'm just going to show you the startup sequence on the original Nokia. So this phone, you just press there and it comes up with how much, well, the battery is, and also the little Nokia screensaver, I guess you could call it, little hands. It's telling me to set the time, so I'm just going to say 12 o'clock. Okay, time is set. The date, we'll call it 01/01/2001. And listen to those beeps. It's very much a Nokia thing. So yeah, unfortunately we don't get service here in Australia anymore. They've turned off the 2G network in, I think, 2017, so we don't get any service. But we do have probably some tones, maybe. Tones, here we go, ringing tone, type 7, select. So, very retro, there you go. The Nokia monotone type 7 ring. So there you go, that's all done. And I'll just start up the fake Nokia and show you what happens on that. It's slightly different because it isn't a genuine product. Right, so I'm about to start up the fake Nokia and you'll see the differences here. So the screen comes straight up with insert SIM card. And the other thing is, I haven't put the SIM card in because it's in my original Nokia. But yeah, it didn't show the Nokia two hands meeting. Even with the SIM card in there, it won't show that. So yeah, it's that's a sure sign of a fake. Anyway, that's all for today on fake versus real Nokias.